Hey guys, my name is Kamronni. Well, welcome back to more Let's Play Fire Emblem Awakening. I kind of started there. Anyway, so in the last episode, we went to Paralog 3, Peaceful Village, and in this episode, we're gonna go to Chapter 8, which is located at Border Sand. So, let's get started on this mission. Well, actually, we have a support conversation available, or rather a few of them. One right here between Maribelle and Ricken.
So sorry.
Oh, come on!
No.
Hey!
What?
Hmm?
Well...
Aw.
Yes.
Ugh. Right.
Hey.
Ah, yes.
Hell no.
My.
What in the...
Heal ye. All hail me. My buttons.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, wait. Oh, how we dance.
Fascinating. Indeed.
Hmm?
No.
Huh?
Permit me to clarify.
Wow.
Right.
Hmm.
Very gracious of you.
Hey!
Huh?
Ah!
Oh. Huh?
Right.
What?
Alright, so, it's kind of weird to ship your avatar with another character, but I sort of do, and it's kind of not really and it's not my character, but it's like Robin, so it's kind of a character in the game. Anyway, I ship Robin in this just a little bit. Anyway, Chapter 8, the Grimleal.
My lord.
Right.
Right.
Hmm.
Alright, so, looks like we have some mystery enemies. We don't really know what these guys quite are yet. Anyway, so I'm going to deselect my entire party, and as you saw for this map, we're in the desert terrain. There's a lot of sand, there's a lot of wind. So, units that are really, really good for this type of terrain are your flying units, so your Pegasus Knights and your mages. So you're going to want to bring all your mages, all your Pegasus Knights for sure. And then once you have all of those selected, then you can kind of go in and choose some other units depending on your taste. I recommend if you have any weaker units that you want to level up, they're good for this match. And also I recommend bringing along a horse rider as well if you need another unit, because they can also move pretty quickly. But at the same time, like the only units that are going to be able to actually move in this mission unhindered are going to be the Pegasus Knights and the mages. So definitely have those. Let's see what else. We'll bring Vike maybe. Well, let me see. I want to bring Virion. I kind of want to bring Lissa for shipping purposes, but we have all of our people that we need. So what I recommend doing is moving, or rather what I'm going to do. Well, I guess you could do this. I'm going to move my Pegasus Knights towards the front, so they can kind of get a head start on things, and then move my slow units that are going to be paired up with the Pegasus Knights towards the back. Let me see. And I'm not going to pair up Crom with Samia quite. Oh, I'll explain this in a moment. Anyway, let's start the battle.
Oi! Good grieving. Huh?
Hey!
What? Nonsense. Eh? Right.
Yes.
Alright, so with that we have the introduction of 2 new characters. We'll learn a little bit more about them later. But for now, the game is going to show us that we have 3 villages on this map that we need to visit. The enemies here, which for now I'm going to assume that they're Plegians. We're pretty sure. Yeah, they're Plegians. We're pretty sure. I'm going to assume that they're Plegians for now. But the Plegians, they will actually not attack the villages. So you're not in a rush to go to these villages, but I recommend going to them before you finish off the mission. So, but don't worry too much. Like, don't go out of your way to get there as fast as you can, but do visit all the villages, because we can get some rare items there. Alright, let's see, I'm going to pair up Maribelle with Ricken because of OTP, Virion with Sully because I kind of shift them just a tiny little bit. Let's see, we're going to hook up those 2 right over there. Hook up, that's not a very good term to use for that. Rather put them together in a pair. Let's see what else we're going to do. Alright, well, these 2 right here, they're going to be kind of slow, unfortunately. I probably should have paired those off separately with other mages, but we don't have that many mages or flying units available. But we're going to move Cordelia and Crom over here. The reason why I didn't pair up Crom with Samia is because I don't want them to max out their... Ooh, critical. Oh, wow, it's 44% chance critical. It's awesome. Because I don't want them to max out their relationship quite yet. So I'm going to have Crom with Cordelia for now. Okay. We're not quite close enough to like take out that guy over there. Let's see. Okay, Samia can do it, so we're gonna move her over here to take out that axe bearer. Alright, there you go. Very easy. These two actually make a good pair, Miriel and Samia. Let's see, we're going to move Cameron, or not Cameron, I'm sorry. Force of Habit. Robin right up there. We're going to move Ricken over here. Hopefully we can, no, can't quite kill off this guy, but we'll be able to do him some damage. Or if we get a critical, no. That would be wishful thinking. We only have an 8% chance of a critical. Alright, let's see what else. We have these two right over here, which we need to move. Let's move this Naui right up here. We're going to move Gregor. We want to pair him up with her. And you ask, why would you have Gregor in the protection of Naui? Well, you will soon see that these two, or rather that Naui, isn't helpless. But you'll see, you'll know that in a moment. For now, Ricken has leveled up, so there you go. That's all good and well. Oh, okay, so we had a new skill focus. We'll get into skills a little bit more later. Like, if I get an opportunity to where like a skill shows up in battle, or where, like when it goes into use, I'll talk about it more then. And you guys will kind of see what I mean. Because if I talked about what skills exactly are, what they do, if I talked about them before they actually happen, it wouldn't make much sense. And oh, there you go, critical. That's a great thing about Lon'qu is that his luck is very, very high, so he can get a lot of criticals, and that actually, he gets criticals on a pretty normal basis because of that making his character value go up, or rather his like battle value go up very high, very high. Now we get away from me. Well, trust me, she's gonna be fine. Just watch this right here. Yep, she's a dragon. And she can deal quite a bit of damage, although she doesn't have that much HP in her tank. Okay, well, what Robin said right there might be true, but for now we do need to get her to safety. Because if you look at this map, or rather where they spawned, they are surrounded by enemies, and most of the enemies are actually hindered by this sandstorm as well, except for, you know, the mages and the Pegasus Knights, or rather the Wyvern Riders in their case. Oh my god, I'm getting so many, well, I'm getting a good bit of criticals so far. This is awesome. 48 HP, dang. So what was I gonna say? So yeah, I mean, pretty much everyone's kind of hindered here with the sandstorm, so they're all moving pretty slowly, all the other enemy units, but you gotta be careful about this because they're spawned right in the middle of all these enemies. And while Naui and Gregor can defend themselves actually quite well, if you leave them there and you just kind of have them, you know, go off and attack instead of moving them back to your main group, they will get slaughtered and bombarded by every enemy on the map. So you're going to want to move them out of harm's way until your main forces catch up with them. God praise ye, good people. God praise ye, one and all. We live in constant fear of what the Grimleal will do to us. So we does. My voice almost cracked right there, ew. Anyway, Eerie, take this staff with my blessings. It can fetch distant comrades to safety. Be sure to place it in the hands of one gifted one in spells of the like. So basically mages, magic folk will be able to reach the farthest with it. Okay, so keep that in mind. Okay, so rescue, we're gonna, well, actually, I'll probably give that to one of our mages and kind of show you guys what that's all about. But for now, let's see, we're gonna move our Pegasus. Now we're gonna move Cordelia right up here with Crom, kind of get her. Oh, we don't want them quite in the range of those two enemies over there, but we're going to move them pretty close. They can take some damage, like Cordelia and Crom can defend off some enemies, though. Hopefully we can take off some of the heat off of Naui and Gregor right here. I'm thinking we're going to move these two back here. We're going to switch them because Naui's taking quite a bit of damage. And yeah, and Gregor, as you can see, has 30 HP. He has quite a bit of HP, and he's also very powerful, as you'll see here in a moment. Well, actually, I guess he didn't attack because, you know, ranged attack, but yeah, good job, he just dodged that. But like I said, although everyone on this map is moving very, very slow, well, because of that, like, it may seem like, how do I say this? It may seem like, you'll see a lot of enemies around you. And because everyone's moving so slow, you might think, oh, well, I'm not in the range of those enemies, it's all good. But if you're not careful, like, they can all sneak up on you really, really quick, like they've done right up here. Okay, we just got a, Master Seal, okay, as this little tutorial on the bottom is explaining, to change to one or two classes. Class changes can provide stat growth and allow other new it can allow them to wield different weapons and have different abilities. So we'll get into that later. Actually, I'll have a good example of that coming up here in an episode or two, or we'll use a Master Seal, or we might use another item which we'll get later in this episode. But for now, I'm going to shut up about it. Let's see, let's move you at a distance, let's have you attack this mage, and we're only going to take 2 damage because the enemy is just that weak. But yeah, we don't really quite know who they are yet, but we're going to assume that they're Plagians just for the sake of the video. Let's see, let's move Robin down here. We're going to hopefully have him take this guy out. There we go. It's 1 hit. There's 2. There we go. They're just unknown for now, and we'll level up. Oh god, Robin is very, very over-leveled. But that's alright. I'll try to kind of not use him so much, but it's kind of hard because I'm trying to develop a support conversation with Lissa, and to do that you had to have him in battle, and Lissa can't battle, so yeah, Robin's gonna get pretty over-leveled here soon, but for now, let's see, we're gonna switch. Let's see, can anybody take... yeah, okay. Even if we use Naui or Gregor, neither of them can take out one of these guys in one hit, or rather in one round. Or actually, I guess they can. I didn't know they were gonna attack together. Okay. Alright, sweet. We have one more enemy. We actually got quite a bit of enemies right there. Yeah, and Virion and Sully are moving very, very slowly. Let's see, they're going to attack Cordelia. There we go, 12 HP. I'm surprised we actually finally got hit. And Cordelia, she can't take a lot of damage, but she doesn't hit that often. So, or at least right now, she can't take a lot of damage, but we'll level her up a little bit. Let's see. Okay, only took 1 damage. Wow. Apparently, these characters are kind of over-leveled right now. Alright, let's see. 5 damage, 18. Yeah, this is not a very challenging mission at all. It isn't. So, in fact, I don't even think I'm really going to have like a new battle tip for this video. It's because of how simple and easy it can be. But you gotta be careful though, because if you're not, you can kind of, like with Sandstorm and all, you can kind of misjudge the enemy's attack range. So, if this is your first time playing this game, I would recommend for this mission, like, have the enemy's attack range shown, like, by hitting X at certain times when if you're ever unsure of where you can move. I recommend doing that. Because it's better safe than sorry. Alright, we're gonna switch these two right here. We'll get Virion to put to some good use and take out that guy, so one of the other people don't have to waste a turn to finish him off. Alright, let's see. We're gonna move you two right over here. Actually, I want Naui to get some experience. I'm gonna have her pick off this guy right here since she won't take any damage, or she shouldn't unless she misses. Alright, let's see. There you go. Good job. Good job, Naui. I don't need good job me. I don't even know who I'm talking about. Like when I say good job. Alright, let's see. I'm trying to think of things I can talk about. We're pretty far on this mission, but there's really nothing to talk about. I could just kind of commentate over what's going on, but I feel like I should talk about what's been going on recently. Oh, I love these criticals. Like 42% chance critical. Anyway, what's been going on lately? Well, I'm going back to school tomorrow. Last week was kind of crazy because we had 3 2-hour delays in a row, and it was President's Day, and we had a full day off because of ice on the road. So last week was a very lazy week, and oh yay, they get to increase their relationship a little bit right here. Certainly, you won't regret your choice. Okay, so the relationship improved. Hopefully, we'll have a support conversation from them when we get back. All right, let's see. Like I said, if you're ever unsure where to move your characters, hit X. I highly recommend that. We're gonna move them. We don't want them quite in the enemy range, but we want them as close as we can to this village, so they can go here the next turn. All right, let's see. Yeah, I'll kind of leave you guys right there. All right, let's see. Let's move everybody up a little bit. And these two are so slow. And also another thing is take your sweet time with this mission. I mean, all your units, unless you have all your mages and what am I trying to say? Unless you have all your mages and Pegasus Knights available for this mission. Unless that's the case, all your units are going to be moving very slowly. And the game kind of knows that, so you can kind of take your sweet time with this mission. You don't need to rush it all because there aren't going to be any reinforcements, or there's nothing to rush for. So just take your sweet time with this. And in fact, I'm moving very slowly right here. And in the middle of this map, you can kind of see there's a little bit of a clearing of where the sandstorm doesn't apply, or where your units can move at normal speeds. And if you look on the bottom screen, you can actually see them. There's little white spaces out of the yellow. Those are places where your units can move unhindered. So just keep that in mind if you when you have your your regular units, when you have your non-mages, non-Pegasus Knights in this mission, just kind of keep them coming up through the central area, because there's there's 2 little main strips of land where you can travel normally, and there's 2 blocks in between them. So besides that, you should be able to, if you keep your non-Pegasus Knights and your mages if you keep them in this mission, as long as you keep them coming up through the main middle of this mission, they shouldn't be too hindered. But I kind of had them go off to the side, so that's why they were so slow. Anyway, so we killed off that guy. That was good. That's all good and dandy. Alright, let's see. This guy's going to attack. Hopefully they'll kill them all together. Let's see. Oh, no, we didn't attack. I was hoping she would. Alright, let's see. What else? Okay. Ooh. Oh, wow. Gregor's actually... Hopefully it doesn't get hit right here. 34% chance of getting... Okay, good. The odds weren't very high of him getting hit. Alright, let's see. So, going back to school tomorrow, I should be getting back quite a few things. I'm getting back a biology test. Looking forward to that. Actually, I feel like I did pretty good in that test, so I should be fine. Oh, there you go. 19% chance critical. And Lon'qu levels up, so I'm going to be getting that test back tomorrow. I didn't study for it at all. And the teacher made it sound like the test was going to be very, very challenging, but I found it very easy. And then later I heard people talking about like, oh, the test was so hard. I'm like, I didn't think so. So hopefully the test was as easy to me as I thought it was. And hopefully I get a good grade back tomorrow, because my average for that class right now, or like my grade in that class, is like an 87 right now. Because I took a quiz, it was like a 5-question quiz, and I got a 22 on it. It was like the 5th question was like divided into 5 different things, so yeah, and I was gone. Oh, we're visiting another mission, right? Another village. Really? You're gonna protect the village? Okay, goodness, you're kind. I suppose I should give you a little something. Eh? Canadians? I'm joking. And all Canadian jokes aside, I apologize. It's been a while since I made a Canadian joke. It's been like episode 4 of Spirit Tracks since I made a Canadian joke. I'm surprised I remember that, like Canadian Guards, episode 4 of Spirit Tracks, kind of so long ago. Anyway, a base class at level 10 or an advanced class can use a second seal to change to a different class entirely. This lets you try out various classes while keeping all the units' skills intact. We'll get into the differences between a Master Seal and a Second Seal. We'll get into the differences between that later, and when exactly we can use those, but for now I'm not going to worry about that too much. Just know it's similar to a Master Seal, and that you can change your unit's classes with them, which Donald here, he's almost a level 10, and then we can actually change him to a useful class instead of just like Villager, which is, or Farmer, which I think his class is. I don't know, I have to check on his class later, but it's not a Warrior, or like a normal fighting type, so once we get him to level 10, we'll change his class, definitely. Let's see, we're just gonna kind of surround everybody here on the enemy right here so they can all attack at once, and yeah. That's about it. The enemy's not going to attack at all unless you're in their range. You're just always in the defensive. By the way, come right here. Okay, Cordelia, like, I almost said Cardelia. Anyway. Haha, you dare to fight Grima? God of annihilation. Okay, I can't even say that word. I know exactly how you say it, but I just can't say it. Okay, so that enemy just gained a little bit of HP right there, and we just killed her off. Master Grima, my life force is yours.
Good grieving. What?
Listen. Really? Right.
Huh?
No.
Huh? Huh?
Well. Huh? Ah. I see.
Listen.
Okay, so we now know who those enemies were. They're not Pelagians, they were worshippers of Grima, or Grima. I think it's actually Grima, but anyway. So, as you see, I have a risen right there on the map. I'm going to take care of that off screen. I recommend you do the same. Anyway, we have two support conversations, one between... I don't know which one I'm going to do first. Not sure what I was doing here. But yeah, as you can see, there's a risen on the map. I highly recommend you take care of that. But actually, you know, I'm going to save the support conversations for the next video. I believe that's what I decided when I was recording this. Anyway, next time Let's Play Fire Emblem Awakening, we'll go to Chapter 9, Plegia Castle Courtyard. This will be quite an episode for the next one. So, I've been Kamronni, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys back here next time. So, goodbye guys.